I so nervous? I'm nervous. Oh, there's nothing in there. I feel like I'm on stage at the London Palladium at the Royal Variety performance, and I look up at the Queen in the royal box, and she has an expression on her face like somebody farted. And I don't think it was me, but it might have been because I'm really nervous. But then the Queen always looks like somebody farted, so there's that. I'm getting flashbacks of my school days when I was forever in trouble. I got sent home from school for trying to blow up the school with a stick of Tampax. True story. I've been tagged, and I'm so keen, I'm so eager to do this tag, but at the same time I'm like, calm down. Nam-myoho Renge Kyo, Nam-myoho Renge Kyo, Nam-myoho Renge Kyo. Am I having a stroke? And I can't see. Oh, but twice this happens. Steve Donoghue, that's right. Okay, calm down. Take a deep breath. It's all right, really. There's nothing to be scared of. Hello, welcome back to my channel. My name's Kit and I'm a booktuber. I say that with complete pride and satisfaction because I feel like I've finally found my tribe. I've been searching all my life and it turns out that what I need is the BookTube community to make me feel like a whole and real person. So thank you very much, each and every one of you. I will be doing some shout outs at the end of this video, which terrifies me because I'm so scared that I might miss someone off the list. So if you feel that you deserve a shout out and I haven't given you one at the end of this video, by all means drop me a comment and tell me off. I need to know if I've missed you out and I will include you in a future video. I'm going to do the Reading Tastes tag, and this is very exciting for me because it's the first time that I've been tagged by someone else in the BookTube community. And this guy, Steve Donoghue, is someone who has many subscribers, and he's been in BookTube for thousands of years as far as I can tell. So I'm very honoured and deeply flattered that someone of his calibre has noticed me and seems to have liked what I've been doing. I feel unworthy, I'm terrified, I'm having a nervous breakdown. In fact, I think I'm actually having several nervous breakdowns all at the same time. I'm sweating, unusual things are occurring in my stomach region, which I don't even want to tell you about. I may need to rush off to the bathroom in the middle of this thing, but I'm going to try and hold it together. I've got stage fright because I now know that someone is actually watching me, so this isn't imaginary, it's really happening. So, Steve Donoghue, thank you very much for noticing me and for your kind comments and giving me a tag to do. I love doing tags. Tags are, I was going to say tags are easy. All evidence today so far to the contrary, because I'm having a nervous breakdown and a full-on anxiety attack. But under normal circumstances, tags are easy. They give you a structure. And if, like me, you're a little bit nervous and anxious, it's comforting to know that you've got a set of questions that have a beginning, middle and an end, and you know exactly where you are. I'm babbling. Shall I just get started? Oh God, now I've got fleas or leprosy or something. Question number 1. What is your favourite genre? My favourite genre is fantasy. I started reading fantasy. It was the first genre that I discovered, and for me it has always been the most comfortable and relaxing and escapist genre for me to just disappear into. I mentioned in a previous video that the Narnia Chronicles got me started, and in particular The Lion, the Witch and the Wardrobe, but it was not alone. There was also The Wind in the Willows. which I am planning on doing a review. A couple of people I actually promised this review to, and I got good comments back, so I know that at least 2 people want my review of Wind in the Willows. I promise I will get round to it. So it was the Narnia Chronicles, and it was also Wind in the Willows, and I will be doing a full review of that at some point in the very, very near future. Question number 2. What is the most difficult genre for you to read? Anything involving sports. I don't like sports, I don't understand sports, I feel intimidated by sports, and I had some very, very, very bad experiences with sports at school. I adore Bill Bryson, I love all of his books, but there is one that I struggle with because it has so many sections that deal with baseball, and I'm not American, so baseball has never been part of my culture, and B, I just don't understand the whole thing about getting excited by sports. I've never understood it. Also, I have autism. I can't deal with noises and I can't deal with crowds, and sports involve both of those things, so I'm just not a sports kind of guy. Even a book written by a favourite author is going to be a struggle for me if it involves sports. Question number 3. What is your preferred age range? 18 to 25, obviously. Although, at this stage in my life, I'll settle for a pulse and a willing disposition. Question number 4. Are you a character-driven or a plot-driven reader? Both, equally. I can't read something that has poor character development, or characters that aren't interesting or are two-dimensional or cookie-cutter in any way. I feel that my intelligence is being insulted if the characters aren't fully fleshed out, three-dimensional, realistic beings. It's important. I need to be able to connect with the characters, and there's no point in having a book with fabulous characters if there isn't a really gripping plot to make me keep turning the pages to find out what happens next. I find it hard to imagine how I could possibly continue reading a book if there wasn't a really gripping, interesting, thought-provoking and challenging plot to keep me turning the pages. Characters aren't enough, plot is very important, but plot is worthless without really good characters driving it. So it's both things, it's got to be both things. Are there people who only prefer one or the other? I would like to meet those people and chat with them. I would like someone to explain to me how one or other of those things can work without the other one. I would like to be able to string more than 4 words together into a coherent sentence. Oh, and I'm so intimidated by all the people who are watching me because every single one of you is smarter, better educated, and more well-read than me. I feel like an imposter. I feel like a complete fraud. Any minute, someone's going to discover that actually I'm a moron and I have no business being in this community. Question number 5. Do you have a preferred perspective? Third person, obviously. Third person is the most comfortable and most easily relatable way of reading fiction. Obviously, a Bill Bryson book is going to be first person, and so actually I'm going to change my answer. I'm going to say both equally, because when I'm reading fiction, I prefer third person, but when I'm reading something like Bill Bryson, I prefer first person, because if Bryson was to write in the third person, that would be weird. Oh, I can give you some examples, actually, of something. Bear with me. Okay, here we have some dust-covered tomes that I haven't read for years, but my memory tells me that I absolutely loved this book. This is The Far Kingdoms by Alan Cole and Chris Bunch. It's a fantasy book, and it's written in the first person, and it took a few pages for me to adjust to the first person perspective, and then I got thoroughly into it. And of course, the thing about first person narratives is that you're right inside their head, so you tend to get a lot more of the visceral experience of what they're thinking and feeling. And it's one of the few first person fantasy fiction books that I've actually really enjoyed. However, the sequel, The Warrior's Tale, which is also first person. This book is from the perspective of this guy's sister. This is the character that I like. Suddenly we've now got his sister narrating, and it was really weird. I wanted more of this guy. And I couldn't relate to this book at all. I couldn't, and it's not that I can't relate to a female character or anything like that. My favourite books of all time are almost entirely from the perspective of a female character. It's a female central character, it's female driven, it's a female author, it's Catherine Kerr. I've raved about her before. I will rave about her until the day I die, and I intend to do lots more bravery content, by the way, about Catherine Kerr, because I think that she's underserved in the BookTube community. But I digress. Yeah, this one I didn't like because it was first person, but the wrong first person. Naughty. Question number 6. Do you have a preferred tense? Yes, past tense. Anything else is just wanky. Question number 7. Do you like series or standalone books best? Series, definitely series. I'm greedy, I'm a glutton, as you can see. So long-running series are what floats my boat. I like big chunky books with lots and lots of pages and plenty of books to follow. There's nothing worse than finishing a book and not knowing what you're going to read next. It's comforting to have the next book already lined up, and the one after that, and the one after that. Question number 8. Which would you rather, long or short books? Well, I've just answered that. Long. The longer the better. Length is always good, as is girth, but that's a story for another time. Question number 9. Which format do you like best? Kindle. Definitely 100% Kindle. My Kindle changed my life. I now have hundreds of books in my Kindle, and yet it doesn't weigh any more than it did when I just had one book in it. So wherever I am, wherever I go, I can take all of my books with me. It's marvellous. I can't pick up my bookshelf and carry that round on my back. I couldn't take that entire collection of books to Egypt with me. I couldn't load those books onto my camel. The Kindle is a gift for a lazy person like myself. And also for my camel. Question number 10. What are you currently reading? Well, that's a bit of a tricky one because I don't want to spoil a future upcoming video that I've been meaning to do for over a week now, and it will be coming up shortly as soon as I can get my act together. But I'm really struggling with The Lies of Loch Lamora. I bought it for the Kindle because I was seeing it in the background of just about every single YouTuber I watched. Everyone seems to have this book on their shelf, and it's had rave reviews, and everyone seems to hold it in very high regard. And I love the cover design. I really love the cover design. I look at that book and go, I want it. In fact, even though I've got it on the Kindle and I've just been waxing lyrical about how much better the Kindle is than physical paper books, I would actually really like to have a proper paper copy of The Lies of Loch Lamora on my shelf just because I think it's such a beautiful book. However, am I enjoying it? I nearly forgot. I got to the end of the list and kind of fell off a cliff. And I've just remembered. I'm so glad I remembered. I've got shout-outs to do. Okay, here we go. Right, the first shout-out. This is for Books Yada Yada. She is magnificent. This is a smart, sassy, intelligent, vibrant woman who speaks articulately and also rambles and is a bit of a nutter like me. She's brilliant. Look, just watch her channel. She's really great, all right? I feel that I've made a really good friend, and I've only known her for a few days. She gave me a shout out in her most recent video, so I felt instantly unworthy, of course. The least I can do is give her a shout out back, and also just to say thank you so much for being a really, really cool person. I love her reviews. I love the fact that she's so clever and so insightful. She's really funny. She makes me laugh as well. She's kind of inspiring. When I grow up, I want to be her. So that's Books Yada Yada. By the way, if I miss you off this list, I'm really, really sorry. If you feel that I should be giving you a shout out, then chances are I should be giving you a shout out. And if I've forgotten you, it's only because I'm really crap at remembering stuff. So leave me a comment, remind me, and I will give you a shout out in a future video. So far, everyone that I've encountered on BookTube has been so incredibly warm and friendly and welcoming. And I'm just really grateful to be a part of this amazing community. I don't feel worthy. I feel like a fraud, but everyone has made me feel welcome, and I've just got to overcome my own anxiety and shit. Anyway. Shit isn't a good word to end a shout out on, is it? I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I wish I could just be a proper person. Anyway, the next shout out obviously goes to Steve Donoghue. I didn't even know that Steve Donoghue knew who I was, and then suddenly I got tagged in his video and he said really nice, really flattering things about me. I felt so grateful and also unworthy again, and very excited and thrilled. I'm really pleased to have done this tag. I hope I've done it some sort of justice. I was very terrified. I'm going to need to change my shorts, but Steve Donoghue, thank you very, very much for tagging me, and I hope I don't let you down with this tag. Now I'm just going to do a really quick list of other ones. I'll put all of these in the comments, so yeah, I will link all of these people in the comments. But here's a quick list. For Booking Out Loud, great name, by the way, For Booking Out Loud. This Nerdy Life, another great name. Literature Lila, she's been really sweet. I've had quite a few really good chats with her, and she's been lovely. One Sleepy Reader. Everyone's got such good names. I feel ashamed of the best that I could come up with was Kit's World. That's kind of embarrassing. It's really unimaginative. My one is really unimaginative, but I really love all of these names. I've lost my place now. Hang on. Literature. One Sleepy Reader. Literary Gladiators. That's magnificent name. Literary Gladiators. Megan's Reading Revelations. I apologise if I mispronounced your name. I'm never sure whether it's Megan or Megan. So it's either Megan's Reading Revelations or Megan's Reading Revelations. Either way, fabulous, fabulous booktuber, and again, really warm and welcoming. Everyone has been so lovely, and I'm so grateful to be here, and thank you all very, very much indeed. Thank you, and subscribe. Oh yes, oh that's the thing I've got to, oh right, okay, I can do my outro now, and this is the part that I've actually got memorised, so here we go. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, you know what to do. Please hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, and I will see you next time. See you later.